These are the Soundcore Liberty 4 NCs, a pair of earbuds that have a lot in common with the Apple AirPods Pro, have some features that the AirPods don't, and cost significantly less. So don't go spending $250 on a pair of AirPods until you've checked these out. Welcome to my tech gear. Let's get into it. First up, Soundcore did send me these to review, but they're not paying for or sponsoring this video, so you will, as always, get my honest opinion. The Soundcore Liberty 4 NCs do come in a range of colours. I've got the black and the light blue ones here, but it also comes in dark blue, white and pink. I actually quite like the light blue ones, as it's a refreshing change from having black earbuds all the time. So size-wise, these are roughly the same size as the AirPods Pro. They're a couple of millimeters longer and about a millimeter deeper. These earbuds are also IPX4 waterproof rated, which means they can stand up to a splash or being caught out in the rain, same as the Apple AirPods Pro, which is actually a pretty fairly common standard amongst earbuds at the moment. And fit-wise, these come with 4 different size ear tips. They come with a small, a medium, a large, and an extra small, so you can find the right size for your ears. Now let's just rattle out some of the features that these earbuds have. So they have autoplay detection, so it will pause your music when you take your earbuds out of your ear, and it'll start playing them again when you put them back in. Now that's a feature you often find on more expensive earbuds, like the Apple AirPods Pro. These also have auto power off, so if you don't use these for a while, they automatically power down. You can change the timeout period for that in the Soundcore mobile app. They also have dual connection or multi-point support, so you can be connected to 2 devices at the same time. There's a gaming mode for low latency audio, which is super useful when you're, well, gaming. And they also come with Hear ID sound, which allows you to set a custom sound profile based on the shape and hearing preferences of your ears, similar to how Apple do it with the AirPods Pro. More on that when we get into the sound. Moving on to the case, it's a really nice sized case. It's nice and small, so it's easy to take with you. And pressing the button at the front will release the flip top lid to show the earbuds underneath, which makes it really nice and easy to get to the earbuds to take them in and out. The earbuds themselves will also light up when you put them in the charging case, so you can tell that the earbuds are charging. At the bottom of the case is a USB-C port for charging, but this case also supports wireless charging, similar to the Apple AirPods Pro. And there's a charging light at the front to show you how charged your earbuds are. And whilst we're on the subject of charging, you will get 10 hours of playback from these on a single charge, and you will get 50 hours with the case. However, if you do turn ANC on, then you will see that drop to 8 hours on a single charge for the earbuds and 40 hours with the case. However, that's still more than the Apple AirPods Pro, because they only give you 6 hours on a single charge, or 30 hours including the case. So you are getting over 30% more battery life with these compared to the Apple AirPods Pro. Both are equipped with quick charging, so the Apple AirPods Pro will give you 1 hour of playback from a 5-minute charge, but the Liberty 4 NCs from a 10-minute charge will give you 4 hours of playback. Moving on to the sound quality of these, because inside here is an 11mm audio driver, similar to, I think you've guessed it, the Apple AirPods Pro. Now the Liberty 4 NCs don't stop there either, because they also support high-res audio through the LDAC audio codec. So that's not going to work if you've got an Apple phone, because, well, Apple don't support that. But if you've got an Android phone and you've got some high-res audio to hand, well, that makes these a pretty much one-up over the Apples. For the majority of people though, well, most people don't have high-res audio to hand, so it's not so much of an issue. What is an issue though is the sound quality, and here the Liberty 4 NCs absolutely do not disappoint. Out of the box, these sound great. Now when I put earbuds in quite often, I test quite a few, normally I'm tweaking with the audio instead of taking it out of the box. With these though, I really don't have to. Out of the box, they sound good. They're set to the Soundcore default signature profile. There's a little bit of emphasis on the bass and the treble, but it's not over the top, and it just makes for a really nice listening experience. If, however, you don't like that sound profile, you can go into the Soundcore mobile app and pretty much change it to whatever you like. There is a whole bunch of presets in the mobile app which allows you to choose between things like Soundcore Signature and Bass Booster and Jazz and Pop and Flat and a whole bunch of other stuff, so you can probably find a preset that is right for you. If, however, you can't, there's also an 8-band graphic equalizer in there, so you can set it to exactly the right signature in the equalizer that suits your listening preference. And these also come equipped with Hear ID sound. Now in the Soundcore mobile app, this allows you to run a series of tests to find the right frequency profile for your ears and also for your listening preferences as well, because we all hear music differently. So as much as it's great to hear someone on YouTube or wherever talk about how it sounds great, well, to you it might not. So being able to do this, where you can find out what frequencies you're sensitive to or not, and then find out whether you like more bass or more treble or less of both, all of this is covered by the Hear ID sound. So once you finish that, you will get something that is tuned in exactly to you. That is something that the Apple AirPods Pro has as well. So to have it in these at the price that these are running at, it's pretty impressive. There's also 3D surround sound which you can turn on, which pretty much emphasizes all the audio. It is good if you're watching movies, but not really if you're listening to music, because it really does change the sound profile too much, so I generally leave it off. Let's move on to the main selling point of these earbuds, and that's the noise cancelling. Because Soundcore say that these block out 98.5% of sound. Now I do think that's a little over ambitious, but I will say that these are Soundcore's best ANC noise cancelling earbuds to date. They block out a significant amount of sound. I had these on a plane last week, and normally earbuds to some degree either struggle with the jet engines or maybe the aircon that you can hear, or maybe a bit of both. These, however, blocked out pretty much all of it, and the plane I was on wasn't exactly quiet. So top marks to Soundcore for putting all the effort into these to make the noise cancelling in these as good as it is. There are 3 modes where you can choose whether to turn the ANC on or off. There's the normal mode or the off mode, which turns everything off. There's also a transparency mode where you can allow some audio from outside your earbuds in, and you can choose between full or voice only. That actually works pretty well. And then there's also the main active noise cancelling as well. But there's actually 3 different modes within that as well. There's an adaptive, a manual, and a transportation mode where you can either allow the headphones themselves to pick which right noise cancelling level to set, or to set the level, well, manually yourself. And in a noisy environment, it really didn't make much difference between the 3 different modes, because all 3 of them are turning the ANC on to max. To be fair though, I tend to just leave it in manual mode anyway, because I don't really like the idea of my ANC changing all the time. So that's just my personal preference, and there's lots of options there, so you can pick the right one that writes for you. These also come with a wind noise reduction mode as well, which does a really good job at cancelling out lots of that wind rushing past your ears if you happen to be out wearing them on a windy day. So there are 6 microphones in these earbuds, all working together to try and make sure that your voice is as clear as it possibly could be if you were to take a call on these. Now this is a quiet room, so it's actually pretty easy. So let's flip to something a little more noisy. So you will now listen to the mic on the top of the camera so you can hear what the ambient sound of the room is like, with some simulated coffee shop noise happening in the background. If I now switch to the mics on the earbuds themselves, now you can hear what I would sound like, or rather what you would sound like if you were to take a call on these in a noisy environment. Now overall, I think it's doing a pretty good job in cancelling out a lot of that background noise and emphasising my voice and making sure that I'm nice and well heard. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. So should you buy them? Well, I've been comparing these to the Apple AirPods Pro throughout this review with good reason, because they've got a lot of similarities. They both have the same size audio drivers and are physically around the same size. They both have wireless charging. They both have the same waterproof rating and similar Hear ID features too. But there are some differences here too, because the Liberty 4 NCs has better battery life, has high-res audio support, and arguably has better noise cancelling too, which makes the price difference even the more surprising. So the Apple AirPods Pro are $249. Now granted, there are some features that the AirPods have that these don't, such as spatial audio, but I honestly don't think that justifies the $249 price tag, because at only $99, the Soundcore Liberty 4 NCs match the Apple AirPod Pros and in some areas beat it. And at the moment they're down to $79, which makes that a crazy price. I will put some links to them down below so you can go check them out for yourself. If you'd like to look at some more audio gear that's worth checking out, then be sure to click on the links up here. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.